Hello again. I must apologise for the disruption of my usual schedule, but the fact is that I've come to Austria for a few days. Not, as my critics might suspect, to take part in some meeting of neo-Nazis or the alt-right or anything of that kind. One of the things which I find vastly entertaining is because I make these videos while stationary, either sitting at the dining table or lounging on a settee. Some people have speculated that I'm virtually housebound, or at the very least, that I lead a somewhat sedentary lifestyle. The thing is, I film these things on a laptop, which means that I really cannot be moving around while I'm doing so. And this does give rather a misleading impression. I know some people walk about speaking into mobile telephones and so on, and give a more active kind of image. I am, in fact, aware of being something of a fanatic for exercise and pushing my body as far as it will go. I have perhaps mentioned before that according to the text of the Canadian Air Force exercises, which are my pre-breakfast workout, I have the fitness of a 35-year-old member of aircrew for the Canadian Air Force, at least according to the 1959 guidelines to which I adhere. But then, as my wife was very quick to point out, that doesn't really mean anything useful at all, unless I should happen to be visiting Canada in 1959 and hoping to enroll in the Air Force. I do a great deal of walking as well. And every 2 weeks, I'm in Wales, where I usually like to climb a mountain or two each time we're there. Since I have to walk to the mountains from Brecon, this usually means a hike of around 12 to 15 miles, in addition to climbing the mountains. And because I approach them from the north, that actually means that I have to go up the escarpment. There's usually some climbing and scrambling to do to get to the top. This is where the British Armed Forces train, of course, undertaking what is known as the fan dance, going up and down Pen y Fan and so on. The thumbnail to this video shows me on the way up Bigger Run, with Cribbin in the background, for those who know the Brecon Beacons. Much as I love these mountains, I have felt the urge lately for something a little wilder and more rugged, namely the Alps. And so I'm here for just a few days with that in mind. I had best not give my exact location, because there are various loonies who comment here sometimes and have bothered my family in the past. And since my wife is with me, I have to consider her as well. Speaking for my own part, I would be only too happy to meet in person any of those strange types who are obsessed with me, and not in a good way. I can picture the scene now as I'm confronted by one of these cranks high up in the Alps. There would be an epic struggle like that between Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty at the Reichenbach Falls. Which of us would be assuming the role of Moriarty is, I suppose, a debatable point.